This is a general session given by Rene Gadet and the Wonders. The Wonders are a collective energy consciousness that describe themselves as a group of entities numbering between 3,000 to 4,000 and residing on the 29th dimension of reality, where all reality is described as 32 dimensions, with God, Goddess, the All That Is, residing on the 32nd dimension. They speak through Rene Gadet while he's in a trance or sleeping state. This session is session number 469-4-05. Copyright Rene Gadet, all rights reserved. This session is the general session for the Exploring Universal Mysteries Workshop Group and is being held at 8361 11th Line, RR number 2, Thornton, Ontario, on May 7th, 2005. Please envelop this entity so completely in love that all needs, wants, and desires are chosen.
And greetings.
Greetings, Wonders.
Greetings, Maggie.
Would you please go to whom, to where, and to when you are directed? Would you please locate your coordinator, Maggie McGoffin Gadet, on May 7th, 2005?
Yes, we have you.
We are gathered here at 8361 11th Line, RR number 2, Thornton, Ontario, to do a general session for the Exploring Universal Mysteries Workshop Group entitled, Does Light Exist Everywhere? Would you please begin?
When you look around you, you see a great deal of what is perceived as light. Oftentimes it's a reflection from something else. You look around and you say, it's light outside. There's light coming from this. And even when it's dark, there's a certain element of light. When you look out into space, you say, it's dark out there with points of light. The purpose of this session is to shatter an illusion that is held by your scientists and has been for a long period of time. It is often described by your scientists, your artists, that black is the absence of light. White is the presence of all light waves. Light has been measured by wave refraction by your scientific community. But in truth, dear friends, even in black, there is light. It isn't that there is an absence of light, far, far from it. It is that light exists, but it is not reflected. And so the resultant is viewed as a non-existence, when in truth it's a non-reflection. What does light reflect off of in order to be measured? If you recognize that your universe is comprised of subatomic structure, you'll begin to gain the understanding necessary to explore this. When you've looked at yourselves and you've studied matter, your scientists have discovered that matter is comprised of an atomic structure, each atom comprised of a number of different subatomic particles. They've discovered, for example, that there's an electron, a neutron, and they discovered the quark particle within the atomic structure, and they've discovered a newer, smaller particle. But in truth, what they haven't discovered yet is that everything, absolutely everything in the universe, has a micro subatomic structure that allows its existence. What you've defined as the universe, as space, and what is perceived as, in effect, that which you see around you as space, time continuum, is in fact comprised of small individual particles. Each particle so minute, microscopic, as to be virtually 1/billionth the size of the smallest particle now known to mankind. And in this, then, against this particular small microscopic particle would be said to where light would reflect in such a way as to be noticed. But where does light come from? If everything in the universe is a sub-microscopic particle, let's give it a name. Let's call it a microtron. Why not? That sounds like a fun name, don't you think?
Yeah.
So let's say this microtron is the basis. Let's rephrase that. Let's call it the wondrotron. Why not? The microtron wondrotron. This particular particle is the basis of all of existence. That there isn't any part in the universe that does not have this. Space is comprised of quadrillions of these. Matter is again comprised of a large amalgamation of these. Then light reflected off these small particles creates reflection, and it's viewed as light. But what is light? What is it that reflects off these particles? Within your universal structure, within the space continuum that you have, exists an energy of sustenance that maintains the interrelationship of every microtron particle to every other microtron particle. And this energy of relationship is in effect the thought form energy that created the universe in the first place. So it is this energy of thought that is in effect reflecting off of the microtron particles, and from that perspective then created a perspective of light, which can be measured as by wavelength, based on the reflection, based on the original microtron particle. And as a result, therefore, measured by yourselves as light waves, and is therefore measured by yourselves and as a measurement of distance as well. It is this energy of thought form, which you could even call love energy, for example, that is the glue that holds the microtrons in formation. Underlying all of these microtrons is another particle, 1/trillionth the size of the microtron. And in this particle itself exists as a concept, a construct, an idea, and its existence is such that it vibrates, and in the vibration creates thought form.